Hello, dear viewer. I'm afraid this thing, this little clippy here, the question of what to call it is it's a moot thing, moot, M-O-O-T. This is going to have to be entitled Strange Going-Ons in a Tent. It's 3 in the morning. Now the funny thing is, this tent is in back of a house. This is ridiculous. This looks like a Return of the Body-Snatchers or some shit. Close encounters of the third kind. Invasion of the Body-Snatchers. This is ridiculous. Look at this shit. It's like you see the armies in there self-containing things. It's not a case at all. I know this because really this is my neighborhood. I knocked on the door of this house that this tent is adjunct to, and it turned out to be a psychic house. It says psychic open on it. The problem was it says open, but the psychic wasn't there, and that's like a faux pas if you ask me. F-A-U-X space P-A something. I keep pretending I'm some kind of genius, and once in a while God lets it be known generally and personally that it's simply not the case. F-A-U-X P-A-S is what it is. So I went up to the door and I knocked on it, and some beautiful, gorgeous lady answered. Now here's what happened. I was looking down with my cap down, and I saw her beautiful feet in her slippers, and by the way, they were just average feet, but somebody finally saw me, and so I'm on my way. Don't mind. Interesting shit. I'm on my way. Looks like you're like the US Army containing a fucking fallout scene. Keep that shit up. Yeah, so as you can see, or perhaps you can't because of the lighting. My God, it's horrible. I've got this thing pointed at you might see the number there, and there's this huge sign. It says psychic. It's huge. I'm wondering if you can see that one over there. Yeah, that one's a bit better. It's psychic sign. So, crazy thing just happened. I might as well talk about it. It was a fucking death match. Death match. I'm reminded of the Iron Maiden song The Duelists, and remember back in the day, if you insulted a guy's honor, he'd basically throw down his glove and say, listen, it's on. And so people were more careful back then. If you had the glove thrown down in front of you and you're a well-known man of dignity, or you just didn't want to look bad in front of the people around you or whatever, you would accept the guy's challenge to a death match, weapon of your choice, or with some arbitrator or some kind of rubbish. And you know what? It's actually the way to live. You'll be like, what? He's advocating mass killings. Why? Because every little kid with a grudge would be out fucking in a death match. You know what? I say go for it. If you're old enough to challenge someone to a death match and you get killed, what are you gonna say? Babies are dying of cancer. Kids are getting bombed out by fucking US drones and all this shit. Hey, kids are getting killed by terrorists. These fucking creeps. I was telling some folks on a bus, I might say poor fucking folks, having to listen to me rant at them and being powerless to do anything about it. Listen, having some guy talk to you and you don't want him to talk back and you tell him off and shit and he shuffles along is one thing. Having a trained fucking semi-ninja Bushido expert telling you shit that you don't want to hear is another thing, quite honestly. Nice track, man. Faster though. So what it boils down to is, I don't know what to say. I was on the bus. I'll just tell you what happened, okay? It's really, I think I've gotten it all out my system. And so this is going to be more of a contemplative kind of, interesting. There was one point that I might have self-corrected myself during the whole episode that just took place. I mean, it was a death match. I challenged the guy. That guy kicked me in my sternum. You don't do that. I've never been kicked in my sternum outside of a taekwondo bout, B-O-U-T. I'm wondering which way to go. I want to go home, and the closest way is this way, but the lighting is bad. And I do worry about you fucking fuckers, viewers. All five of you. All fucking five of you. So I'm going to go down this way. The lighting's dismal either way, man. I mean, the way to do this would probably be to walk in the bike lane. I don't see why not. See, I mean, it's like conventional thinking. Oh, what, like, you're not meant to be in a bike lane, you're a guy and all this rubbish. Listen, anyone who's wondering about this time, I'll say a few things about him and you'll be like, well, you were talking about the bus earlier, then you're talking about something else. Listen, if you're getting caught up in the fact that I'm talking about several things at once, then you're a damn dummy. Why are you listening to me? I have to pull a Brad Duncan on your ass and say, go away. Go away. And if I'm saying go away, if you heard me say go away twice and you didn't like the first one, then stay. I don't know. Like, stay, fucking stay and watch this shit. Share it or something. Press the like button. Problem is that I send this thing out and people are like, it's all ranting rubbish. He's just rubbed